Thank you for tuning in to Lynn Community Television's live election night results special. Our panel will offer their opinions and insights on the candidates running for school committee, city council, and mayor. The panel will also announce the results as they come in from polling locations around the city. Our panelists tonight are State Representative Dan Cahill, Magnolia Contreras, and Joe Scanlon.
DC, a bad name.
Well, good evening, residents of Lynn and folks who tuned in to see how many jokes we tell this evening. I am Dan Cahill, and I'm very excited to be here this evening as we cover the 2021 municipal elections here on November 2nd. And I am joined by some quality, excellent folks. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll start with ladies first, of course.
Well, thank you. Good evening, Magnolia Contreras, board member with EDIC.
Hi, Joe Scanlon, former city councilor, councilor at large, councilor Ward 1, and I'm a board member here at LCTV.
I'm very blessed to be joined by Magnolia and Joe Spina. We're going to have some great tune-in election results for you today, and we have a little bit of dead time.
Yes.
However, Magnolia, would you like to tell the folks some of the things that we'll be doing tonight? We were here for primary, and some changes have happened here at Lynn Community Television to make things a little bit more expedient. And Joe, please feel free to fill in the folks at home what they could expect this evening.
Sure. You know, I think the staff have spent a good amount of time since the primary getting themselves together. I hear that the phone lines have been fixed and cleared, so no more buzzing while people are trying to call. We will have candidates coming in this evening as they wish, and they'll have a few minutes to talk with the community and likely to thank voters, etc. And we will also enjoy a much faster method for reporting the results to you. So I think we're going to have a busy evening.
Yes, and to follow up on what you said, Magnolia, the board and the staff of the television station here have been working and meeting regularly to improve the performance and to get the numbers in faster.
Joe, why don't you tell us what operations we have set up at each poll so folks know?
We have, at each poll, we have 2 people, and they will be writing down the results and then texting them to us. They'll be taking a photograph and sending the text into the, I call it the boiler room, and in the boiler room we have Rosario Fresco, and we have Brianna Garcia and Harry McCabe.
Fantastic. And now as they upload those numbers there, I believe they'll be real-timed here to our computer and we'll be able to read them.
That's correct.
Wow. So you think we'll know before anyone else?
We will know as quickly as anyone else. You need sharp, you know, when you go to those polling places and they put the results on the wall, you need sharp elbows.
We guarantee that we might get the numbers correct. Mm-hmm. That's a guarantee.
We guarantee, yes,
Okay.
indeed.
And by the way, Dan, I just wanted to correct you on something. My name is Joe Scanlon.
Huh?
And Joe Spina is the other BC graduate who's on this television station. And believe me, we're ideologically way apart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I may have misspoken on that one.
We did serve on the city council together, but it was like night and day.
We could have.
I will let the 2 of you fight that out.
That could be an entire show entitled "Things That Happened in the City Council in the 1980s and 1990s."
Well, 70s. I was there in the 70s.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, Magnolia, what do you think about tonight?
Actually, I wanted to give Joe a chance to share with us the history lesson that he was imparting on me recently about how historic this particular election is.
First of all, this is my 50th year of voting, and I've been watching mayoralty races pretty close since 1971. But beyond that, I did some research at the Lynn Museum, and tonight's going to be a historic election. We have never had a person elected directly as a ward councillor to the seat of office of mayor, and we have never had a person elected directly from the school committee to the office of mayor. And tonight we elect the 58th mayor of the city of Lynn. A lot of people have served on the school committee and become mayor. A lot of people have been ward councillors and been mayor. Most recently, Al DiVigilio has done all 3. He was mayor, Ward 1 councillor, councillor at large, school committee member. So Judy Flanagan Kennedy was on the school committee as well.
So no ward councilor and no school committee member has gone directly to
Directly
mayor.
to mayor. Henry Wall succeeded Tom Costin. He was a ward councilor, but he was acting mayor for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Walter
that's
Meserve in 1971, was it 72, after Patsy Caggiato died, was acting mayor and Ward 2 councilor. And he actually served in both offices for a while.
Well,
Yeah.
Did you say that Mayor DiVirgilio did all three
He did,
of those seats?
He actually 4.
Well, including
Yeah, he
the
did
mayor.
Ward 1 councilor, councilor at large, school committee, and mayor.
Look at that.
wow, that sounds like an interesting piece of history. How many mayors have we had in the city, Lynn?
57. Tom McGee is the 57th.
How many were white guys? Just curious.
57.
Okay.
And 58.
Just curious. Because, since we're historic precedents here, it seems like we're on a roll in other things. You know what I mean? Same all the same.
And just as a footnote to the 57 mayors, some had split service. Like they could have been out for 4 or 5 years and came back. Most particularly Albert Cole during World War II and after World War II, and Arthur Frawley in the 50s.
Of course.
Yep.
But your point, though, around some of the potential changes after tonight's election really speak to opening up the opportunities for our more diverse community. Women could really be thinking about and preparing starting tonight to run for mayor next time,
never know.
whatever role.
Who knows?
Right?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
exciting.
this is the excitement about elections. They really allow the community to think about its future and hopefully open up for opportunities for people to continue to get engaged.
Well, remember, politics in Lynn always changes. It's always a constant change. And, I agree with what you're saying. The dynamics of who serves in office in Lynn will change over time.
Yes, it is exciting. We have a historic number of women and candidates of color who are running.
Yes.
And there's so many open seats on the school committee. I think you're going to see a very a good diverse group there, which is exciting. And who knows about the at-large? There are a lot of great candidates, and they've been working hard these last couple of weeks since the primary and before then. What are your thoughts on some of the things you've seen in the campaigns since the primary?
I have to commend each and every single one of those candidates. They've worked really hard. I've seen them be much more strategic, and they're just in the community, walking the pavement. I've seen that happen much more readily. I'll tell you, the Lynn item, daily evening item, I want to make sure that I get the right title.
Even you would be mad, yes.
The Lynn newspaper has done a great job covering this campaign from soup to nuts. That really has been impressive to me. I hope that too has engaged the community. Those are the things that really come up for me. And the debates were.
There were an awful
really,
lot of debates this time, probably more than I've seen in a number of years. And Canada, remember, they've done this in a pandemic where not everyone's going to answer the door, getting large groups of people together to canvass a neighborhood, things like that. It's all different. Coffee hours, they're probably non-existent going into people's homes, and you might have them in a senior complex where people can spread out, but in someone's living room, you're not going to have that with the way conditions are.
I agree. I think COVID has impacted the way people are campaigning these days. The in-person is getting a little less attention, only because folks, you never know, are concerned about, obviously, COVID-19. So folks are using other methods. We got a lot of mailings this year.
A lot of mailings.
I looked at a number of my favorite mailing I got. I brought it with me here today. It's a great mailing. And boy, it spoke to me. It says, it talked about tax increases. The last time, despite last year's tax increase, the largest residential tax increase in the city's history, the current budget is out of control. After only 2 months of spending the emergency reserve count, it's more than half gone. And asked where what money will come from, the mayor had no answer. Of course, that's from our favorite mayoral candidate. That would be Joe Scanlon from 1993. This is his pamphlet. I brought this from the old box. Joe, This was one of my favorite mailings.
It was one of
They
mine,
don't look
too.
like that today.
And quite honestly, Joe, as someone who has experience, I've asked the question, what is the person who's going to lose tonight, what are they going to go through?
You would ask me. Well, I was fortunate because
You like that one? I've been planning, by the way, I've been planning this for like weeks.
Well, usually you save these for St. Patrick's Day at the Housing
I
Authority.
love it. This is authentic, by the way.
That is authentic.
That's real.
That's exactly
they-
what the slogan was.
They are so
It's
different
time-
than what saw in the mail.
It's time for Lynn to get real.
But the problem is when I ran for mayor, we had a recount, so the shock wasn't as real that night. To use that word "real" again.
funny.
But so you just postpone the agony a few weeks.
The candidates come and go, but their pamphlets live on forever.
They do, and that's historic. You know that pamphlet.
How much did you pay for that?
I
For
have
that mailing?
Is there a
do you
union bug
recall?
on there?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I know we
Because
got.
Yeah,
we
union bug.
received
Union bug.
received a piece of mail a day,
Yeah.
flashy, glossy,
No, we didn't do that.
beautiful photographs.
Yeah.
If you look, this is
With
great.
a lot of information.
It says, take the mayor's office out of fantasy land. Oh my God, I love these ones. You couldn't even get away with that today. But
We were the underdog with money, so we had to make up.
to your point, though, the mailings, much more sophisticated. Obviously, the technology that people have. There's vote builders, there's technologies that allow campaign after campaign after campaign to compile really in-depth data about folks. I mean,
Yes.
you know, on your phone, I can find out if I'm going to knock on your door. They'll tell your age, your ethnicity, your voting history, your party, when's the last time you voted.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dan,
It really gets in there.
Yeah.
in
it's
the
not a
si-
dating app.
No, in the 60s, with 70s with Jim Smith, and when I first ran, we had 3x5 cards of every voter. Had their age, their address, their phone number, the party registration, the frequency of voting. It's the same information.
Yeah, but you have these papers. All this, all this
3x5
paper.
cards, and you carry them around with you on election day, you would use them to pull out the vote.
Would you prefer that method or current sort of computers and
Well, then
things?
there was the in-between with we had voter lists with the numbers written next to them, which
yeah,
was
handwritten
easier.
notes.
You could carry it in a clipboard. The cards were cumbersome. They were cumbersome.
I trust.
We have some graphics that we're going to put up, and that's another improvement. We're going to have graphics throughout the night about voter history. This is the number of registered voters in the city of Lynn going back 10 years. Obviously, the population has increased, but encouragingly, voter participation and registration has really come on strong. I imagine
It
those.
usually wanes and ebbs depending on presidential.
You're right.
Yeah.
So we had a presidential 2019, let's see, well, 2020, so 2019 and 2017 were big years.
Yeah.
But 2021, obviously, we saw a significant increase. I think that has to do with a couple of things. One, also, member
Mail.
legislature, automatic voter registration
That's
now
right.
when you go to get your license.
That's right.
Ooh, what's this? This is the results, I believe, from the primary.
Yes.
And we have another graphic there that shows
Turnout, right?
percentage.
primary elections versus final elections. So we're going to wait. So if you look on the red is what the percentage was for the final election, and the purple or blue, depending on what do you want to call that. Well, it's like one of those website internet things. You look at a dress and is it gold, is it blue? We have the preliminary. So is anyone shocked that the preliminary is obviously a lower turnout than the final election?
That's been always the case.
That's always the case. But in
Yeah.
2013, the primary closely mirrored 2021, but historically, other than that, it's been low. And then we had a good
But put
turnout
the final
there.
next to it. That's how
Is
you
that
compare it to.
130?
We had a final election, we had 131%
131%.
turnout, which is an astounding turnout.
That's how you. I wonder how you do
That's on a
that.
scale of 200. And then no one voted in the
to be
primary
a-
in 2015. That
That has to be a tie.
Well, no, that was the year that no one voted.
But you can't have 131.
I believe I was on the ballot in 2015, which explains why no one voted in 2015.
That would also explain the 131%.
Yeah, well, of course, my math is one that was taken. So 100% of the time, I'm 50% correct.
You always are.
And I always will. So it's 8:14 now. I don't know if anyone's had any numbers coming in. I'm going to check my handy
There are
dandy,
numbers
my own.
here.
People love the fantasy land, by the way.
What are
comment.
these numbers? There are numbers coming in.
I'm getting pictures of gentlemen in tubs. Please don't send me those.
Do you want to read the ones for mayor?
Here we go. I got
Well,
in
let's-
1-1.
let me see
I
what
have
we got.
They're
someone.
right here.
Oh, good. They're coming in.
Yeah,
They
Let's
look
see if
like
my-
1-1.
yeah. Go ahead, you can read those.
One run.
You live
Sorry.
there, you can use it.
Actually, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
It's too. All right, 1-1. Darren Sear, 439. Jared Nicholson, 599.
That's right. So it's 599 votes for Jared Nicholson in Ward 1, Precinct 1, 439 for Darren Sear. It looks like
You got a
2 write-ins.
175, so-
Yep. We have 5-1, 5-2.
Ooh, let's go.
Ward 5-1, Darren Sear, 141. Jared Nicholson, 336. 5-2, Darren Sear, 38. Jared Nicholson, 92. Let's see what else we have here.
There's no change here, really, from
Okay.
the primary. That Ward 1 was strong for Nicholson, and Ward 5, Precinct 1 especially was strong for Nicholson.
We did see a lot of activity up in Ward 1 area after the primary.
Yeah.
A lot of the candidates, both the school committee at large and mayoral, were up there.
As a former Ward 1 councilor, I'll tell you, Ward 1 votes.
Yes.
Ward 1 votes.
Right.
Yes, there were people in line this morning at just before 7. I had to wait.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's outrageous.
I had to wait as well at 5-1, and there were 4 people in front of me at 7 o'clock.
Well, as a
Very
candidate, you know,
committed.
citywide for many times, and you know too, you can almost, which polling places will be busy in the morning
Yes,
and
you
which
know
ones
that.
will be busy in the afternoon. So
Yes.
Shoemaker in Ward 1 are usually typically very busy in the morning.
Yes.
But at night,
It gets very busy.
you got to be down Breed
Yeah,
because
but
Ward
we're-
7 comes out at night.
But Ward 1, Precinct 1 gets very busy at night, too, because people come home from work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have the number right now on to a spreadsheet, and it's going to be a graphic up very shortly, so you folks can take a look. But so far, we
We
only
have
have
5-3 in.
Ooh, 5-3.
5-3.
What do you think, Magnolia? How we doing?
5-3. Darren Sear, 56. Jared Nicholson, 102.
All right. So it looks as though Jared Nicholson is a lead
The
in Ward
total should be a little
5
beside.
thus
The
far.
total is right
Yeah,
here.
there it is. Okay.
Yep.
5-4 will be a
I'm left.
telling one as well.
That's
'cause
okay.
I'm gonna
it's
count
a lot of
my
senior
words.
housing in 5-4.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. Okay.
Great. So we have some visuals coming up. So luckily for you and I, we won't be
Well,
able,
how
we
about
won't
we
have to
go to-
read too much off the prompter. They'll be going up on the screen shortly. People really want to hear the results. So thus far, I'm imagining that's citywide. Yeah, I got a thumbs up. So thus far,
Wow.
citywide.
Wow.
It's a very close race.
It is.
Wow.
So clearly, some other wards and precincts have come in.
Yeah.
And we'll know about the at-larges
Yeah.
as I pick.
Well,
It's a
It's
little
hard
bit
to
more
tell how many wards and precincts those numbers correspond to. I wish I could tell you, but it's hard
here
to
we
say.
go.
which-
Yeah. But,
So this is going to be, as we expected, a very close race.
yeah. But, yeah, it is. Again, that is,
Oh, Brian is
Well,
showing strong
Brian
at
Fields
this
showing
point.
very well. I'm
Very
assuming
strong.
that's probably Ward 1.
Ward 1, Precinct 1 is what, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It was, Brian grew up there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have some, and a lot of these folks happen to live in East Lynn.
Right.
Hong Net lives in West Lynn.
Yeah, Nicole McLean's actually doing
She's
fairly good.
Nicole?
She's doing.
Yeah.
She's right there.
She worked very hard in the primary, first-time candidate, and it's showing right now the results. She was working very efficiently. She had mailings. She'd raised the money, which is usually a recipe for some sort of success.
Well, at large, as you know, is a very hard campaign. You need money to mail the city.
It's an incredibly large city.
you
And then here we
don't
go
know
from-
how large the city is until you
have
run
to-
in it.
Yeah.
Oof, and here we have some school committee numbers. I'm going to make my prediction right now. This is my prediction. Take this to the bank. Donna Capola is going to win. I'm just saying, I'm going on a limb on this one,
Yes.
but I'm going to predict it right now for Donna.
I think that's
Yeah.
a safe prediction.
You think?
Yes.
The incumbents are doing quite well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, some of the numbers,
Magnolia
by
is
the way,
doing
you see your number. If
really
you're,
well.
If you're ever doing
Lenny Pina is doing really
your
well.
Posana.
Good.
As we know, it depends where these numbers are from.
Sure.
And when they're being inputted as well. So
And people who run citywide have different pockets of strength throughout the city.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
And in talking to them, each they understood where they needed to do the best. When we talk about identity politics in Lynn, it's usually neighborhood politics.
Yes.
You know, where do you live? What's your address?
Yes.
Where did you grow up? That's always plays into.
but it's also the
voter
age-old
factors.
question: do I go where no one knows me, or do I work my strength?
Or do you
Well,
rely on
and
them?
how long is this strategy going to stand? Because as we see the city changing, I think
strategy
some of
doesn't
them.
change.
You don't think so?
No, politicians are very good at adapting to where the votes are. Lyndon Johnson pointed that out with the Voting Rights Act, that you give people the right to vote, things will change. And I think he was absolutely correct. Because politicians have to get elected, you've got to go where the votes are. You know?
But the good news is the votes are
diverse.
spreading out
Spreading,
amongst
yeah.
the entire city.
And they will continue to spread out.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and it's how active some of these wards are, what the issues are. And
And you're seeing new residents come in. I've seen
Yes.
a lot of residents coming in from the Boston area, and they're very involved. Folks from Everett, Somerville, East Boston, Boston proper, and those folks have always been involved in
Well,
politics.
But I do think that even the Linners are really looking at how the city's changing, and they're also becoming, I think, much more active, particularly with
here's
parents. They
3-1,
become
Dan.
advocates the minute the child goes to school.
Dan, 3-1.
So I
sorry.
think it's the combination of people coming into the city, but also the people who live here, really engaging today.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but I saw something on 3-1 in the mayor's race I thought was important.
Ooh, can we get that on the screen, or do you want to give a little?
We have 3-1 in.
Yeah.
So Darren Sear, 3-1, 238. Jared Nicholson, 318.
And that's in 3-1?
3-1.
Are we sure? Just I want to make sure we're sure of that.
Yeah, that's why you
Because
have to
transposition,
manage.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. We are joined in the studio by a board member of the Lynn Television.
Dick Coppinger.
Ward 3, Dick Coppinger is here, former council president. Dick, how are you? Dick, did you run for mayor too?
I never had the
Okay.
honor to run for mayor. No,
Trying to figure
just,
out. Only Joe?
Joe would have made a great mayor
He would have been
back in the
fantastic.
day. It would have been fantastic.
Yeah, Dan, I must tell you, your mother and your grandparents were all for me.
Absolutely.
Strong supporters.
They were very strong supporters, as well as the other two candidates. But they really liked you out of the three.
Well, they actually, well, I was going to say, the clarifying remark was they lived across the street from me.
They did. Was that Ward 1 back then?
Ward 5.
That was Ward 5.
Yeah.
You guys got Ward 3. I just brought it in.
Did you bring all of
we
Ward
just-
3 in, Dick?
All Ward 3.
Do you have the
And
numbers
it's-
off the top of your head? Because we're going to put it on the screen right now.
They're being
they're working
inputted
on it
as
right
we
now.
speak.
Now, this will be telling. Two of these candidates both live in Ward 3.
Yeah.
Well, we have 3-2 for the mayor. Darren Sear, 195. Jared Nicholson, 258.
All right, so obviously Darren Sears also represented Ward 3 for 16 years in the city council.
It's more than 6. I don't know if we got any. That's 5. We got 5. We got 5-4 in there too. No, it's 5-4. I guess I saw 5.
Did I not read 5? Okay.
5-4 is an important one. Go ahead.
Darren-
Okay, so we're updating Ward 3
5-4.
right now.
Yep. And Ward 5, Precinct 4, Magnolia.
Yeah?
I have some unofficial numbers because people are texting me all kinds of things, and I
We're trying
hope.
to stick to the official numbers here.
But this is also on. So this is from Coco's campaign. It's on Facebook. It shows that Ward 3 also represented by Darren Sear for many years. Before that, of course, Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah.
We have Ward 3 Precinct 1, Sear at 339, And then what is a G? You
I
mean
don't-
J? Oh,
I do not see that.
Oh, Coco and George Mateus. Oh, this is Coco and George Mateus. We have
Yeah.
those results.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Apologize. Okay, so Coco, 3-1. We have Coco at 335, George Mateus at 211. For 3-2, we have Coco at 302, George Mateus at 153. Ward 3, Precinct 3, Coco at 303, George at 175. And then the 3-4, we have Coco at 360, George 145. We're going to call it unofficial.
You know what?
Unofficially.
It's the precinct. So it
Yeah.
must be in another
Coco
tab.
has unofficially won Ward 3, but I'm getting in trouble in my ear for calling it.
Oh, I think it looks like that's
Okay.
where the trend is going,
Yeah.
shall we say.
Oh, a little different, huh?
Well, we're not calling it, we're just saying it.
Yes, for Coco and George Mateus, yes.
I agree.
So it looks like some numbers are obviously going to be coming in,
coming
but
in
those are
fast.
all unofficial, folks.
Anything in Ward 7? I don't
official.
see
Nothing.
Nothing.
All unofficial.
Nothing from Ward 7 yet.
Had a nice Halloween, by the way.
Did you?
Yes, I had to give a little shout out to the folks at 12 Phase Ave and the Bishop family that was there as well. They were very nice, and they gave out amazing candy, and they had games. And they asked me to say their names on TV. So there you go for the Bishops.
Yes.
Thank you very much for all the good work you did
Did you?
on Halloween.
What did you dress as?
I went as a lousy politician. It's one that I've been doing for several years now. I think I have perfected it.
Well, certainly you couldn't masquerade as a good one.
Next year I may be an unemployed politician. We'll find out because I'm on the hot seat next year.
No, that's next year. And
Oh, even the cameras are laughing. The camera folks are laughing at that one. That's good.
that's good. If it's
Yeah,
good.
she's like, ha ha ha, you're gone. It's been a great run though.
I think it's premature to call that one.
You never know. You never know, Joe.
You never know in politics. I once topped the primary for councilor at large, I think almost in every ward in the city, and I ended up finishing 5th in the final.
So in the
You don't know.
campaign game, they call that, I'm not even kidding you, it's like getting Scanlon.
Yeah.
And it's the few folks that have been around for a while, run campaigns, will say, remember Scanlon, topped the ticket in the primary, lost it in the final.
It's strength right across the city.
Yeah, that's happened to a few
Yeah.
folks.
It happened
That's
to Vinnie Spirito a few years later.
Yeah, also in the mayoral race. The,
What do you think that was about?
Marino-Clancy race. I believe Clancy won in the primary.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the
then-
Marino Clancy one was a classic. I
Yep.
was running for Ward 1 for re-election at the time. And remember, the primary was in October then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was 4 weeks, and they turned it around in 4 weeks.
Wow.
You could feel that coming on.
Well, the power of the mayoral office,
office,
right?
and
All of a sudden,
Marino
everyone's
did not-
potholes get fixed, and
Marino did not campaign really hard in the primary. In the final, there was a full court press. There were hundreds of people out there holding signs for him. And
there were trees coming down, there were streets getting paved, there
We
was
had-
trash getting picked
there was,
up.
I couldn't keep up with the groundbreakings. I was running for
Wow.
re-election myself. There were groundbreakings for the second time on stuff.
You know, you would have attended a letter opening at that point. You had to be at everything.
I was, let's put it this way, I was running for my 3rd term in Ward 1 that time.
That's hand-to-hand combat.
I
in
have
Ward
to
one.
tell you, a lot, you know, your history is really interesting, but I can't help to think about how it sort of feels like it's for one part of Lynn, like one section of Lynn. And
Well,
it's-
that's where I
right?
ran,
It's
so,
just so,
It is fascinating when you see candidates from Westland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy
Yep.
Westland year.
Yeah.
And when you see candidates
Yeah.
from Eastland, it's a heat.
When
Sometimes
I first ran at
Totally.
large,
Yeah.
I went to West Lynn, and I'd
Yeah.
been councilor of Ward 1. My parents grew up in West Lynn. I go up to West Lynn to campaign. Guy looks at my resume or my card and says, "Boy, you're qualified. You've done a lot of good things as a councilor." But he says, "You're not a West Lynner. I can't vote for you."
I can
we
only.
always get it.
I won't say the name, but a
You must have
well-known
been-
Westland politician just called me and said, "Hey, where does Ward 1 Precinct 1 vote?" I said, "Shoemaker." "Where's that?"
Yeah, that happens.
So you lived here your whole life. How do you not know where Shoemaker is? "I don't know. Just tell me where it is."
Well, when we were talking to the staff about getting the results,
Like it's Mars.
when we were talking to the staff about getting the results here, I told them, make sure you know where these polling places are, because a lot of people don't know where they are. They don't know where the entrances are, and all these streets look different at night.
Oh my gosh. I know
You
this
know?
whole. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know the whole city. Look like.
Yeah, but you think you and I might know, but people that
Okay. Other nice things are coming in. Oh, someone said that the camera definitely adds 10 pounds to me. Thank you very much. That's great. Appreciate that. Oh, by the way, I appreciate all the comments too on my last wardrobe.
Yeah.
There was a lot of conversation
There
about
were
that.
a lot
Yeah.
of people actually called my state house to tell me never to wear it again. My state house office. So I
Well-
went with just the blue with the big window pane.
After I saw your last wardrobe, I went out and said, where can I buy a car from that guy?
Oh my gosh! So numbers are coming in like crazy.
They are. We should get back to the task at hand, Dan.
It looks like there's going to be a
Oh,
lot
we
of close
need to.
votes, according to Facebook, which always is accurate. It looks like there's going to be some close races tonight, but we shall see. Has there been any
Yes.
additional updates to some of
There's
these
quite a
numbers?
few,
All right.
actually.
Some will be coming. I think we're waiting for our...
Did you do 3, 4? We have all
We
of
have
Ward
done
3.
all of 3.
We have,
All right.
We have 2 and 4.
Want to call
We
some of
did
these
4-1
things so far?
Well,
I'm not sure we're ready to call any.
Okay, here
He's
we're
not
going to
talking
do
to us,
Ward
he's
3. I
talking
believe we have a
with-
candidate here from Ward 3. I know the candidate's name, so I'm assuming what I said earlier was accurate. Are we assuming that the numbers are for Coco?
Is he validated?
There it is.
1,300.
it's Coco.
And
Coco
here we have our
Alisag.
first candidate.
Coco's vote, according to our tally, is 1,300.
I don't know. How are we doing? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Looks like you
Thank you
did
so
very,
much.
very well.
Counselor?
Hi, everybody. Look, my back.
Congratulations.
All right, and we're going to take you right over there. Look at you have there's a microphone set up in front of some beautiful flowers.
Where am I going?
Just right over
Oh,
there.
Okay.
And they,
Your microphone is adjusted or are you fine?
So his final numbers, according to this, look like,
Am I
let's
listening to you?
see.
yeah,
Well, what, he
Yeah,
should get mic'd up.
we are going to
and-
talk to you a little bit, but I would probably answer us looking straight. Oh, look
There
at
you
that.
are.
You look
Nice.
great.
Where?
Look straight ahead.
straight ahead. And,
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
guys, this is weird. They're like 25 feet away from me.
Yes, but you're in the distance.
So Coco, how do you feel?
I am exhausted. I feel happy, very, very proud of myself and my team. I couldn't have done this without them. They're waiting for me right now, so that's why I came here early, so I could celebrate with them. This victory is their victory as well. Ward 3, you'll be seeing a lot of me soon. We could talk more about you, talk about our problems and our plans for our ward.
Coco, what was your trick from between now and the primary? What was your focus on for campaigning?
I never stopped. I just kept going. I never stopped. I just kept continuing door knocking, and I took that opportunity to really talk about other things. It's not about my campaign, and just talk about. I have my little notebook with me, and I just wrote down everything, conversations I have, people I talked with, and issues that needs to be tackled.
I know Coco from my board tenure here, but Coco's on the board at the
Oh,
station
that's
here.
a good disclaimer.
And Coco is also a member of the Democratic City Committee with me. And Coco, I think you'll make a fine counselor. I really do. I think you listen to people. You're very you're engaging with folks. I think you have a good future as a politician in Lynn, and I think you'll do just fine. And you'll actually follow up on constituent service. You're the type of person that will do that. You know. And that's
Thank you.
That's what a ward council is all about, believe me.
Thank you, Joe. I'll take one step at a time. I don't know what's my future, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. This is something new to me. I've been a community leader and community involved with my neighborhood, so that will not stop. I've mentioned this so many times. Win or lose, I will be. You'll be seeing a lot of Coco. So this will be a different perspective, a different ways of approaching. But I have a lot of mentors and leaders and advisors like you who will guide me along the way.
Good luck, Coco. But you deserve a good victory.
Thank you
You
so
ran a
much.
very good campaign, Coco, and you put yourself out there. The community's better for it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Magnolia.
Can't wait to see you at work.
Thank you, Magnolia.
And Coco, I love that billboard. It was the
Yeah,
best place billboard.
It goes down tomorrow, I guess.
I've seen, best place billboard
money.
I've seen in years.
Coco, well, are there anyone in particular you'd like to thank right now?
if I could have my list, there's a good solid 60 people that I can say thank you.
Okay, this is like the Academy Awards. We're going to start playing music at some point.
But my special thank you to my husband, Peter.
Yes.
You know, this is a perfect partner to have if you're doing public service. We don't have kids, we have all the time for our community. But if I attend events in the city, Peter's door knocking and campaigning. So we are very good partners. And for Ward 3, you will have 2 city councilors moving forward because you can see my husband working very hard for our ward.
Well,
So thank you. I love you, man.
congratulations, Coco.
Congratulations, Coco, and
Congratulations.
Peter.
And go.
Where's the soiree?
It will be at 19 Merrill Ave.
That's right, folks. You heard it here. Everyone is invited to 19 Merrill Ave, BYOB.
Right.
We're going to be partying until you get kicked out, right?
Until we run out of words to say. But I would like to say thank you guys. Keep up the good work. I would like also to thank all the candidates. To George, before this morning we hugged each other, and George and I, we said we will help each other, whoever wins, because at the end of the day, it's our ward, it's our city. So George, my big salute to you, and all the candidates as well, because I've seen them work very, very hard, and all the supporters, because without the supporters, it would not be as successful as ever.
Well, thank you, Coco, very much. We'll let you go to your
Yes.
party because I'm sure there's a lot of people there who want to hug and kiss and congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations,
Remember, there's a
Coco.
pandemic too, Coco.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
With
Be
masks
well.
on. It's very safe.
Thank you.
Wasn't that very nice and
That's
refreshing
fabulous.
about the part thanking George Mateus?
I thought that
and they
was
both ran a very nice campaign.
Well, that's
Great
that's a
gentleman.
class move.
That's
this
exactly right.
black
That's
in
Coco.
politics today.
That's Coco right there.
Thanking
He's
your
always
opponent.
thanking everyone,
Yep,
including
and
his
to
opponent.
testament to George. I mean,
Yes.
he's run a few times, and he doesn't get down in the mud. He keeps it very positive, and that's what voters, I think, are looking for.
Yes.
I don't know if they respond very well to attacks on people. They want to hear what their ideas candidates have.
They
wanna hear
really,
they're gonna
people
better.
really want to hear what you're going to do.
Of course. I mean, at the national level, it just seems so big anyways, so it's like, whatever, you kind of tune out some
Well,
of that stuff.
it
But
becomes-
here, you know the person, they've knocked on your door. We might have some general election stats that we could be able to put up. We'll keep on talking until
Yeah,
they put up some numbers.
We have some numbers.
So let's see here.
So everything's filling in.
2-2, yeah.
It's
We have
8:36.
two.
I'm wondering if we have anything from City Hall.
Well, 2-1 is interesting in the mayor's race as well.
City Hall wants
What
to
do
send
we
me
read?
something.
Why don't I read Ward 2?
Okay.
2-1, Darren Sear, 480. Jared Nicholson, 483. 2-2, Darren Sear, 151. Jared Nicholson, 234.
Okay. And why don't you do the council at large? We get a running total there. We got quite a few
So,
precincts.
yes, I'm not sure. Let's,
Just read,
I'm just going to read down the totals that we have here.
Okay, we're going to have running totals.
Brian
also.
Lapierre, 4,174. Hong Net, 3,933. Brian Field, 3,789. Nicole McLean, 2,741. Marvin Hippolyte, 1,943. Jose Encarnacion, 2,123. And Buzzy Barton, 4,382.
Interesting, going back to the mayoral totals that you just showed on Ward 2, Precinct 1, I do recall
Yeah.
Yes.
Darren Sear had topped that in the primary with 259 to Jared Nicholson's 216, and of course Mike Satterwhite's 120, and now that has flipped in favor of Jared by only a few votes.
Just a few votes.
So one would conclude or assume that some of those Michael Satterwhite votes would have matriculated over to the Jared Nicholson campaign.
Yeah.
Which would make sense because both come from the school committee, both, the mayorals are coming up. Both are young members of the
Wow.
community. So,
Now they're coming in
Fast.
pretty fast. Yes.
Can we confirm what these numbers, this is not a total?
This is a
Is this the
total.
total?
no, it's not the
Seth?
full city.
It's not the full city, but
Okay,
it's
so we're
coming
still
up
waiting
like
on
the
a couple
total
of
is
wards, 2 and
5,000.
6 for final numbers.
Correct.
But this is the number thus far, excluding parts of Ward 2 and Ward 6.
Correct.
So it looks like a sizable lead for Jared Nicholson.
And how do we do, do we have anything from Ward 7 over there?
And then here are the at-larges. Mirroring what we saw for the
7-3.
primary, but still very strong.
Sear.
Yeah.
Very strong. And then the school committee, I don't know if we have those numbers up too. That is a very hotly contested and watched
I think the
race.
school committee is going to be the tight race.
This is where the
yeah.
excitement is, because they were
Yes.
I
all
agree.
very good
tight.
candidates.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have a
Very
pretty
tight.
good grouping.
So
And at the top, it looks like
wow.
my
Dugan
prediction.
is-
I'm not an expert in politics, but I'm just going to spot on say that I picked on Cupola twice this election cycle, and both times it looks like I've been extremely accurate. Pat on my back. Looks like Brian Castellanos and Lorraine Gailey.
Yeah.
Those are the three incumbents.
Yep.
Incidentally, they were also in order on the ballot.
That's
Yes.
correct. So,
Yes.
As you know, Dan, that top spot, especially. on
I want the
Wow.
top or I want the last.
Right.
Those are the best two spots.
So it looks like Dan Dugan is potentially the fourth
Yep,
member
Dan
there.
Dugan's doing well.
Lenny Pina is
Lenny's in there.
in there.
Sandra Lopez, she was,
Well,
she had made the cut.
Magnolia had
Ooh.
votes ahead of her.
Here we go, Ward 2. These are not all the numbers in Ward 2 and Ward 4 because I know that there are more votes in Ward 2 because we had some numbers on earlier on the day.
Yeah.
So more, and I was, I think 500 and, I was
Oh yeah, no,
598.
we don't have a good spread here of the
599
ward
Ward 2 Precinct
councilors.
1. Yeah, the ward councilors numbers are
The
still coming
numbers are
in.
still coming in.
Very close in Ward 4. There was some comments made on Facebook with respect to Ward 4. I believe Natasha Miggy-Madry had indicated that maybe she had just come up just slightly short, but we're waiting for the final results to come in, but that was from her campaign post on Facebook. And then we've called it already in Ward 3. So Ward 2, that will be interesting because I believe if the numbers in Ward 2, correct me if I'm wrong, from the primary had,
We will.
Rick Starbett had taken Ward 2 Precinct 1. However, it was very close in the rest of the wards.
Correct.
He had taken 2-1 and 2-2, but Elizabeth Figueroa had taken 2-3 and 2-4, so they split.
Right, but it's,
Ward 2 Precinct 1 is obviously the highest voter turnout for that precinct, but for that ward, but still very interesting. It could be an interesting night depending on how these numbers play out because as of 3 p.m., it looked like in Ward 2, the numbers at 3 p.m. eclipsed the total numbers from the primary.
well, I think that's expected too.
We hope so.
Yeah.
People are a little bit more engaged for the final election. And as we have more totals coming in, we'll find out. So anything that you find shocking in any of these election results thus far? Anything throw you for the
Well,
loop?
Buzzy, he's in first place, right?
Buzzy's in first place.
Looks like
Buzzy was
it,
at the
yeah.
top of the ticket.
Yeah. So that, yeah,
And he's extremely well known in the
He's
community.
extremely well
Very
known.
high favorables, and I served with it for many years, as well as I served with Hong Net for many years as well.
Yeah.
And they're both
I had-
highly respected,
I-
along with Brian LaPierre and Brian
Brian
Field.
LaPierre is doing, I think he might second the ticket after Buzzy
Well,
Barton.
we'll see, it still, it depends on the.
Well, everything is until it's
Yeah.
final, right? We
Yeah.
are
And then-
sharing that.
and then even
we
after
are
it's final,
sharing-
you
we
know,
are
there's some
sharing
changes that go on.
Now, some people have disputed these for years.
You mean you really won in 1994?
So
Not me,
if we
I'm not
could
talking
get
about
the
that.
graphic to the mayor's race teed up, this is a significant spread as I see it here. We are looking at totals with Darren Sears total at 4,010 and Jared Nicholson at 6,099.
And coming up right now, we're going to have some citywide
Or
totals.
citywide totals.
Are these the citywide totals, Seth, you think?
As of when, though?
That is a citywide total. As of now, that's unofficial
Well,
until the
these
city
are-
clerk's
these are
office
higher.
gives the indication.
These are
but
higher, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to call it now. Unofficially, it looks like Jared.
Well, we have higher
Looks
numbers.
like Jared Nicholson at 5,730 and Darren Sear 3,825. It looks as though Jared Nicholson will be the next mayor of the city of Lynn.
That's, the trends, yes,
Yeah.
appear to be
The
that way.
work that has been put into his campaign particularly after the primary, has been amazing.
It has been amazing.
I thought this work before the primary was pretty.
Yes, but I think he leveraged the position that he came in after the primary and just.
Yeah. What impressed me about him before the primary was that he started out almost as a one-man show, one-person show. And he door-knocked, he built a campaign, he built an organization. And in the second half, as us old-timers call it, the endorsements came in, the traditional support came in.
And to
But that's
Darren,
the typical.
That's typical.
That's typical.
Very
I think
typical.
to
that's a
Darren Sears' credit,
campaign.
his campaign kicked it into high gear as well after the primary.
Yep.
And a lot of folks didn't see that order of things. They would have thought it would have been like Darren Sears at the primary on top,
Yes.
and then followed by either Jared
think it was
Nicholson
a
or
surprise.
Michael Satterwhite. So
Yes, I agree
Yes.
with that. I think Darren started off with more of an established position, shall we say.
With these results, as we've seen them, do you think that Jared Nicholson was able to pick up some of Satterwhite's voters and supporters?
I think you have to assume that he would
Was
have
able to do that?
Again,
It's hard.
It's hard because
It's hard because
the
there
school
wasn't.
committee and I think the age group. I
Sure.
mean, again, that's a
Sure.
the turnout drives that too.
Yes.
So it's hard to say where they go. I always assume they break the same way. They at least break even, and they may go 60-40 one way or something like that. But it's very hard to tell.
It is very. I can make some predictions though right now. I'm going to predict that Wayne Losey has won for Ward 1.
I think that's a safe bet, right?
Again, this is unofficial, folks. But I'm going to guess that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a prediction that Diana Chakutis is going to win for Ward 5.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make another bold prediction.
Jay Walsh.
2 more bold predictions. Jay Walsh, you think Jay's going to win?
I think so, yeah.
The French guy Blanc is running against him.
But I think that individual really doesn't stand a chance.
Probably no. Blanc has never won.
Never won.
No.
Never won.
I think Jay Walsh is going to win. And then what do you think is going to happen in Ward 6?
I think his cousin, the other Blanc, is going to.
I think we
gonna
predicted
finish
for Fred
second.
Hogan, right? We
Yes.
think he's going to win for Ward 6. So now we're down to just a few. We're actually down, I think, 2 competitive races, and that is in Wards 2 and Ward 4,
That's great.
as we've already called it for Ward 3. So the night is...
It fills in fast. With the
Comes
system,
in
it does.
fast.
Yes.
The days of 1 or 2 in the morning are gone.
We have another candidate with us
So-
here. And I think we have Tiffany Magnolia from the running for Lynn
Oh,
School Committee.
terrific.
Tiffany, if you're here, you are more than welcome to come join us. We do have freshly baked goods from the St. Pius PTO that I was able to pick up when I voted at Ward 2 Precinct 1. Tiffany, how are you?
Welcome, Tiffany. Nice to see you.
Thank you, everyone. I am exhausted, but I am here.
Thank you. What's going to tell us? What's happening out there and how was your day?
Very exciting and a little bit chilly, and I did 2 hours at every single polling location, so I saw the entire city throughout the day. And it was pretty exciting to me to be able to talk to a lot of voters, but at the same time, you know, once you're out there with the sign, it sort of feels like it's too late, even though I know it's never too late.
No, especially not in a 6-person race like that.
Yeah.
You can always smile and get someone at the last minute.
It can always change.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
And Tiffany, what were voters telling you today about what the issues were, how they were feeling? Anything that you can share with us about the mood of the city in today's election?
Well, I have to say, because I did run 2 years ago, one of the big differences between when I ran that time and this time were the number of voters who told me that they were able to watch forums, either live streamed online or after the fact through the LCTV website. So I definitely encountered a lot more super knowledgeable voters than I did the last time.
That's
So
fabulous.
one of the upsides, I think, of COVID is that people were very comfortable getting information at home rather than sort of assuming either a candidate would come to them or they would have to go out and find that information.
Tiffany, how many debates were there? I felt that there were more debates
I did too.
this election cycle than ever before.
Yes.
Frankly, I've lost count. I have to be honest. I've been up since very early this morning, so if I had a count, it's probably out of my head. But I feel like it was about double that it was 2 years ago.
Yes. Terrific. What do you want to tell your supporters?
Well, I just want to say thank you to all my supporters. I've had some tremendous folks kind of come out and tell me that they really appreciate the depth of my knowledge and that they're excited to have their kids in the Lynn Public Schools with me, potentially on the school committee. I'm not going to count any chickens until they're hatched. But I also just want to say thank you to my wonderful family who basically has done without me for the last several months, you know, when mom is out campaigning and dad has to make the chicken nuggets and, you know, he doesn't make them the same way that mom does. It's always a little stressful for the family, but this is the joy of campaigning with a small child at home and also the incredible difficulty. And so I would say to everyone out there, please always remember those of us candidates who have small kids at home are giving up so much to do this, but we love the city and we care deeply about the city.
Tiffany, I couldn't agree with you more. Fathers are
Well-
terrible at cooking chicken nuggets.
Even chicken nuggets, which are pre-made.
Well,
Tiffany, what would you tell your students who see you working this hard, and what story do you want them to hear about community engagement and being involved in your community?
Well, one of the wonderful things about teaching at North Shore Community College is that my students are kind of everywhere. In fact, I was out at Ward 4 holding my sign, and a young man came up to me and said, "Wait a minute, you're Tiffany Magnolia. You were my professor for Latin American literature, weren't you?" And it was about 6 years ago, so he kind of like had to dredge this up. But I think it's super important for my students at the college to see that I'm not just teaching there, but I'm also deeply engaged in the community. And I also think it's really important, should I make it to the school committee, for them to see that I have that bridge to higher ed. So I just think it's a win-win for everyone, should I make it. And again, I'm not assuming anything.
well, we have some numbers that are going to be coming in. You're more than welcome to join us here. Were you having a party tonight? Where are you having your party? I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go.
I am having no party tonight. I am lumping onto other people's parties.
19 Merrill is a huge party.
I've heard that, although
Yeah.
I do think Coco will be asleep in a chair at 19 Merrill,
That's
but he
even
will
better.
be there.
That's even
means-
better.
Yeah.
That means you can go
Absolutely.
through the fridge.
Yeah.
They won't even know it.
Nope. Just make sure you bring a tray of something.
Yeah, I think those of us candidates who've been in solidarity with one another are going to wait for the trays until next week when we've actually caught up on our sleep.
Oh, actually, that's a good
wonderful.
question.
That's a great idea.
Tiffany, you mentioned about you had run 2 years ago.
Yes.
What is the difference? Was there any difference between 2 years ago and this year? It seems like everyone was just very, very complimentary and congenial and really stuck to the issues.
Well, so last time I ran for school committee, there were no, quote, open seats. It was all incumbents running again. And I did not encounter any kind of negativity the last time I ran on the school committee. The difference with 3, open seats this time is that definitely you felt that competition for those open seats in a way that last time,
I thought it'd be the other way around.
kind of a hope and a prayer, right? But I think that the thing about this group of candidates for school committee is that we all deeply respect one another, and it matters so much to us that the students of Lynn are in the best and most capable hands, that we really just want to see the best people for the job win.
Wonderful.
Well, that's exciting. I think we all wish you just the best of luck.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see how the night goes, yeah.
Thank
probably
you very
will know
much,
very
everyone.
soon.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay.
Good to
Thank
see
you
you.
very much.
Thank you for coming by.
We'll see you at Coco's.
Yeah. By the way, I saw 2 signs for her on Magnolia Avenue, and I always thought that was kind of,
Pretty smart.
yeah.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
So I think we have some
Magnolia, too.
citywide numbers that are going to be coming back up for folks, per my little ear thing that is working fabulously, by the way.
They can shut that off too, you know.
What? Ooh. So what do you want me to tell Joe? Oh, no, I can't say that on the air. No, this is public access. Okay. Anyways, we'll be moving on.
Yes, I didn't know what graphics we were waiting for.
We're going to be putting up some graphics of, various locations in the city of Lynn. I always enjoy that fall picture of
Yes.
High Rock. There we go. That looks like a final number, maybe. Are we set?
No, it's not.
no.
It's
There's more
not.
votes?
But there are more votes according to my little
Not
computer
final, but
here.
very soon. That's 11,000
But
votes
this
thus
is
far.
That's excellent.
That's 11,000 votes.
Wow.
So we have
Oh my
51,000
gosh,
registered voters, right? 55,000 registered voters. So 20% if we get into
It looks
that.
like it's more than
Okay,
last
we're getting up
the
there.
There
primary.
will be more.
Yeah.
It'll be more than 20,
Yeah.
right? Then I assume we're going to be more than 20%. That's
I was hoping to get around 25 to 28%.
That's okay. So let's talk about that for a moment. We talked, obviously during COVID, we saw some changes with elections.
Yeah.
And the mail-in ballots, the direct mail to folks for their ballots and then the return. I think it'll be very interesting to see compared, obviously the finals numbers here, 2019 final election turnout and thus far. It will be interesting to compare 2021 to 2020 to see if, obviously turnout in presidential elections are just much higher.
You cannot compare.
You
hard
can't
to
compare.
compare.
But I will be interested maybe next year with the gubernatorial race, and I assume that there will be a push, and maybe because of some of these primaries in the local races around the Commonwealth, if they're low voter turnouts, that we do go back full force to the mailed ballots to folks.
Just personally, I think we should always be making it easier for people to vote.
100%.
We should
agree.
not be making it difficult for people to vote.
I agree.
That's your most basic possession is your right to vote. And we should make it easy for people to exercise that right.
Well, with technology today, now of course we want safe and secure elections. If we're able to do that, we should do that
All
at all
day
costs.
long.
When I first
All day
went to
long.
register to vote, they had changed the law to 19 in Massachusetts. And I went down to register to vote, and the election commissioner said, "Get out of here. They haven't changed the law. The next thing you know, my cat and dog will want to vote."
So wait, they went from 18 to 19?
Yes. Then
They increased the voter age?
Massachusetts went from 21 to 19.
Oh, okay.
I said that backwards. We
You had to be 21 to vote at one point?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Looks like we have all
do we got?
precincts in.
Ooh, let's put up a new
Looks
graphic.
like, let's.
Oh, no, I'm
We
getting
do
the...
not have the new precincts in.
Please wait. Please wait. We're getting the graphic ready. That was what was in my ear.
But according to
Wikipedia.
some of the numbers that I have here, they keep changing, so I'm going to
that a final
refrain
number?
from
every
sharing
time?
them. They
But I
keep
will-
changing every time I want to share
I
them.
will say, every time we do that, everyone starts to get very nervous that we're going to give out
Final
numbers.
in the mayor's race.
We don't know. We do not know.
Yeah.
So let's
Check my
see.
phone. Oh, I got numbers.
Yeah, you
Well, I got some turnouts too, which is nice. So I have an updated sheet of the turnout. It looks like as of, so as of 7 p.m. in the city, it looked like over 12,000 people had voted.
that's pretty good.
That's very
great.
good. That's very good.
Is that higher than voted at the primary?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the total
Yes.
total votes cast in the primary alone for, let's see, well, I don't know, quick math, 8,308.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're eclipsing that clearly tonight, which is exciting. And I'm going to try to digest some of these numbers. Obviously,
Well, if you
Ward 1
share them, we
Precinct
can help
1
you.
is the highest voting turnout, followed by 1-2. But, 7-1 came out pretty well with 626 as of 7 p.m.
Does this go you?
There are pockets
What
of
do
the
you
city
need?
that showed some
Ward 7.
increases. In Ward 3, as we can imagine, that was higher than the primary and higher than, I would say, normal, only because, obviously, we had a competitive Ward 3 race there, and both mayoral candidates reside in Ward 3,
Right.
which is very unique.
Unique, yes.
Yeah. Let's dissect.
I can't remember
Ward
this last time a
three.
Ward 3 resident was mayor, aside from Tom McGee, who moved into Ward 3.
I'm thinking.
After mayor?
Man, Ward 3 seems to be the
After.
place to be.
It's been a long time,
Yeah.
very long. I can't recall. Pat McManus, he came from Ward 2,
Ward 2, and then they lived on Baltimore Street, so
but
that
his
would have been
family
Ward
had
4.
some strength in Ward 3.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
yep. He had a lot of family members in Ward 3.
That's what I
But,
was thinking.
I mean, Ward 3, interesting. Little political powerhouse
Looks
now.
like Jared took all precincts in Ward 3.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the numbers are
All
pretty.
4 of them.
I
Let me
mean,
not
obviously
act
there's
as if there are thousands, all 4 of
Well,
them.
here we go again. But back in the day, there were 10 precincts in Ward 3. 10 precincts in 3 and 8 and 6.
Nibbit, we used to vote by putting blood on a piece of paper.
They actually did it on paper, and they actually counted the ballots at the polling location.
Yeah, they would do, okay, 1 for
Okay,
Joe.
we have numbers.
2 for Joe, none for the other person. 2 for Joe. Oh, okay. So now we have some
This
numbers.
is
What is this?
unbelievable.
What does this tell us?
Is this citywide?
Yeah.
It's final.
Seth, is this final?
That's a final.
These are
That
the
looks
final
like
numbers.
it's final according to my computer
Okay, so
here.
final numbers here, so we can call it
Final
right now. Jared Nicholson is the new mayor-elect for the
The
city of
city
Lynn.
of Lynn. Unbelievable.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Long
With a
campaign.
very strong,
That's a strong-
strong votes, very strong numbers.
Yeah.
He has a mandate.
Some would say that is that looks as though as a mandate
Who would not
type
say
of
that
number.
that is?
I'm being very diplomatic.
That's a mandate, darling.
Remember, I've served with all these folks, so
Yeah,
I'm
you-
being very diplomatic. And for at large, it looks like
Buzzy.
things will stay very similar to
Very
the primary.
similar.
However, some strong
Wow.
showings by some folks, and we're very proud of them for that.
5-9.
Jose Encarnacion, 3,346, did very well. Nicole
He did
McLean,
really
very
well.
well, 4,055.
Jose Encarnacion really changed the strategy after
Marvin
that
Hippolyte.
primaries.
I mean,
I
they've
think
all
he
put in a
doubled the
lot of
numbers
energy.
there.
As you know,
Brian and
I just want to say this, Dan. I've run for at-large and for mayor. And at-large, to me, was always a harder race
Sure.
than mayor. Mayor, it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know where you stand. At-large, you're competing for 1 or 4 votes, and you're always looking out for some candidates solicit the 1 vote,
The bullet,
the bullet vote.
which you probably have to change that because it seems like it's very.
I know, that's why I hesitated to say it.
It's got to be. We got to figure out some
I was going to say people were firing
So-
bullets.
as we evolve.
so,
Yeah.
do we have a new member of the school committee?
Well, we have 3 new members,
We're going
so
to have 3.
Well, I'm looking at
the
Lenny
3 incumbents
Pena.
are there.
Yeah.
So then
So
it
we
looks like
have-
these numbers. I don't know if these are final. It looks like Lenny Pena turned according to these numbers.
4.
Say it again, there, Seth, in my ear a little louder.
Dugan, Pena,
Seth, can you tell me
Magnolia.
one more time? Are these final numbers?
Dugan, Pena, she's Magnolia.
Magnolia made it, it
Yeah,
looks like.
Yep,
Final numbers?
yeah.
I think my little ear thing is running out of batteries. Oh,
I
good.
think
Final
those are
numbers.
the final
Okay.
numbers.
So it looks like
Great.
Lenny Pena,
Congratulations to
Congratulations
him.
to
Eric
Lenny.
Dugan,
Eric Dugan.
and then it looks like
Magnolia.
Tiffany made it.
Tiffany Magnolia made it. But very close.
Close, very close, yes.
Poisson is close.
Who we got here?
Wow. look
Lenny,
at- There's not
Lenny
much
Pena.
between a few of them.
And
welcome, Lenny.
We do have a candidate
We're
here.
so excited.
Lenny Pena. Get right in front of that microphone,
him.
my friend. All right, we'll let you know when you're on TV.
Congratulations, Lenny.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Right here?
The camera looks good.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
This one.
are they, he's all set. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
You know something,
Hey, Len.
Lenny, you ran a heck of a campaign. You were out there doing standouts in bad weather. I heard you were knocking doors throughout the city. I mean, I think you really ran a real grassroots campaign and put a lot of effort into it, and it shows.
oh, you should be so proud, Lenny.
Thank you, thank
How do you feel?
Oh, man, I'm lost for words right now. I'm excited, I'm grateful, truly honored, to be trusted by the people of Lynn. And it's just a great honor to be here. And we worked hard, and I'm grateful for my team, my family, my wife, my children, my family who supported me, and it's just an amazing journey.
I know
Oh,
you
have
did
work.
this for your children because you want the other children of Lynn to have representation in the school committee. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I think about all the boys and girls that I see at the, when I'm at my other job at the Y, or when I see kids on the football field. This is all for them, man. It's for all the kids of Lynn, all kids of the city of Lynn.
Lenny, you did a heck of a job.
That's
Great campaign. I don't want to ask you a question that it seems like a little emotional right now, so I'm going to ask you a question. What's the funniest thing that happened to you on this campaign?
What's the funniest
What's
thing?
the funniest thing that happened? Sometimes people show up at the doors like, half dressed and things like that.
We got bit by a dog.
There we go.
Oh my God.
I knew
We
we
got
were gonna
bit
get
by a
something.
dok knocking on doors.
Did you get their vote?
The dogs or the person?
I certainly hope they voted. But yeah, one of the guys got bit by a dog, and this is one of the funniest things. And another thing, I made it all the way to the top of the hill, and I was sweating. It was like 90 degrees out in Ward 1. And they said, "You walked all the way up here?" And I said, "Yeah, you got my vote." They said, "Don't say nothing." I'm like, "Thank you."
Is that those stairs across from Flax Pond?
What was that?
Those stairs across from Flax Pond? There's a million of them up there.
There's a million stairs
I
up
got all
there,
the way
yeah.
up there one day and knocked
I've
on the
been up
door
there.
and no one was home.
Nope. They use the garage.
Lenny, what are you going to do tomorrow? Tell us what you're going to do tomorrow after all of this, all this work, all this
Well,
focus.
tomorrow I'm going to spend some time with my wife and my children, and just try to sit back for a little bit, and make sure I got to collect my signs.
Yes.
More importantly, what are you going to do tonight?
I'm going to go home, comfort my kids. I had one of my little ones, he had a little boo-boo today at practice,
Oh.
So he hurt his lip.
You sure you don't want to go by 19 Merrill?
I was already there. That was my first stop.
Everyone's going to be there tonight.
Great.
I was
that
at
far
19
from
Merrill.
here.
That was my first stop. Congratulations, Coco. And I just want to say, the other candidates, it was an amazing journey. Everyone worked hard. It was a great race out there, and it was a wonderful experience. And I'm truly grateful. A lot of gratitude.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Thank
Lenny,
you.
I
we're
think you
so
deserve
proud
it.
of you. The
Do us
city
proud,
is
my
so
friend.
proud
Thank
of
you,
you.
thank
We
you.
expect high things.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have another candidate right behind Lenny. We have Nicole McLean, I believe, in the waiting room. Nicole, you're more than welcome to come on here and come to the microphone. I do see you. We have some numbers coming in right now. Can you let us know if these are final numbers or are these almost final numbers?
These look final, don't they?
They're final numbers. Okay, so very close in Ward 4. But Rich Colucci holds on to be, again, the longest serving
Nicole, you're going to go
city councilor
right there
in Lynn history.
in front
He
of that
controls
mic.
reign. And we have, it looks like Rick Starvin also took
So
Ward
this is where I'm
2
looking?
over Elizabeth Figueroa.
Help me
And
out.
now we're joined by Nicole McLean, who ran an excellent campaign for
Okay,
at large. She is joining us. Here we are. You look fabulous.
Yeah.
Nicole, you are on, you are live, you can look straight ahead, and there you go.
There
You
you
want to
go.
address your supporters and
Yeah, sure. Thank you to my campaign manager, Adriana Paz. We did a great job. We got out there, even though we're not in the top 4. We did an awesome job, and we really did run a great campaign for 2 people that this is our first time running a campaign. This is our first time ever doing something like this. We really rocked it. So I think we did an awesome job.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. You were endorsed by these great organizations, and you were being pushed by colleagues and friends even out in Boston, sending information about you. Tell me what you think you would do different.
I think that I'm very vested in the community, and I think that shows with everything that I do. So I think that I would really just want more endorsement from local organizations. I think that if we would have really focused more on that and trying to make sure that our endorsement applications were, really tailored, and I guess that's what really, is the end all and be all. Unions and all that support that we really didn't get.
Sure.
It's a lot of it, yeah. But it's a big city, Nicole, and I think you'll never think of it another way again. It's a big city to get around.
being first time,
Yeah.
this is my first time ever running a campaign, and we came in at really close.
Yeah.
Being
I thought it was-
the fifth person.
You did
the
fantastic.
first time ever running, we did an awesome job, and I'm proud of that.
That's a very impressive, to tell you the truth.
It's very impressive. Hold on
Yeah.
to that.
you should be very
So
proud.
thank you to my family. We're over at Stephanie's right now, hanging out. Thank
What's
you
the
to
address?
everybody that came out.
19 Merrill
At Stephanie's is 160 Essex.
All right, so everyone go,
come
right?
on out there, and thank you very much to all that voted, donated, held signs, volunteered. Thank you to everybody.
Well, Nicole, we're going to say bye tonight, but I don't think we're saying bye forever. Something
That's
tells
right.
me that we're going to be calling your name again.
You won't get rid of me that easy.
No.
I'm
I
still here.
expect to
Believe
see
me.
you around still, right?
And if you-
Absolutely. I
if you
got
invited
too
to
much
19
going
Merrill,
on.
Recognition.
I
keep
got
the
too
name
much going
recognition,
on.
keep your face out there.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
you did an amazing job. I know it feels like a defeat, but it's not.
It's
You did a
definitely
great
tough.
job.
You know, heart, energy, time. We really did a
Yes.
lot. So I'm sensitive about it. So,
Well,
but thank you to
You
everybody.
should be very proud of
You're
yourself.
welcome. Yes, you should.
Nicole,
All right.
all candidates are getting free food and alcohol at 19 Merrill. If you'd like to go there, you can stop by and pick up anything you'd like. Just walk in, grab it,
And I
go.
understand they're even doing takeout if you really.
Yes. In fact, if anyone wants to send takeout there, I like Tag Cafe. If you want to send it there, I'll be maybe stop by later on, pick something up.
I understand.
Hey, Nicole.
All right. Thank you, Magnolia. Thank you,
care.
Dan.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
All
Good
right.
to see
Bye.
you.
Good to see you as well.
See you soon. Be well.
Bye-bye.
Nicole ran a very good campaign.
Ugh, she
had-
ran an amazing
Her
campaign.
pieces were very well done.
Yeah.
Quality
High
color
end.
scheme,
Yes.
quality language,
Yes.
quality pictures. It was very well done. She, I believe, is
To finish
also.
fifth at council at large the first time running for something, as you know, is
That's
very,
very
very
impressive.
impressive because, you know, oftentimes people will go from the school committee at large or they'll run at large because a member of their family was at large or something, or
Yeah.
they were a ward counselor.
And she had some excellent training
Yeah.
at an organization called Emerge that trains
Jose
women to
Manuel,
be candidates.
welcome.
Hola,
Hola.
We have Jose.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh,
I'm
always smiling.
Yes, I'm
Smile.
feeling
You
very
always
good.
smile.
Hey, look straight ahead.
Jose.
I know you're looking at us, but you can look straight ahead and you can say,
Ahí está.
you can talk to your fans and their voters and your supporters. What would you like to say?
Tell me.
Well, I would like to say, first of all, thank you so much to my family. Without my family, I wouldn't get where I am today. Thank you so much to all my supporters, my great team. I have a great team that work every day with me, knocking on doors, talking to voters. So thank you so much for all the support to so many
Don't worry about it.
people
Focus
who
on that.
donated time, resources. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful for everything that they did in this campaign.
Jose, if they had a superlative and they were to vote on the happiest candidate, you would undoubtedly win that race, I
Yes.
think. Because you're
Yes.
always smiling, you're always upbeat, you always have a positive message, your energy is amazing, and I think that really came through tonight on your vote tallies. So do you have what were your favorite parts of this campaign this time?
Well, thank you very, very much for that. I think life is too short. We need to be happy all the time, right?
Yeah.
But that is me. I think the best part of this campaign was feeling the love of the voters. So many people around the city knocking on doors and telling me how important it is for me to be knocking on their doors, and they were happy. They assuring me they was going to vote for me. So receiving all those love and the love of my supporters, my family who were supporting me every single day. So it was amazing. This great team, how they supported me, all my family, my wife, my kids. So it
What
was
did
amazing.
you learn this time, Jose, in running this campaign? Because this is your second, right?
Yes, it is my
What did you learn this time?
Well, it is my second time that I ran, and I did learn that when you go out more, when you encounter more with the community, when you do more door knockings, and you have that conversation and one-on-one with the voters, it paid off. And having the numbers of voters that voted for me, thank you to all of them. I learned that I can do better the next time. I think I learned to even love more our cities, how amazing the voters are, how the citizens of Lynn care about the city.
Yes.
I think I learned that they love so much the city and they want to see the city thrive.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Lynn TV. Thank you for having me here tonight.
happy warrior,
So thank
Dan.
you, and I continue to be happy, and I'm going to continue working hard in my community.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
All right, we'll
He'll
see
be
you at
back.
Coco's, okay? You know that?
Yes.
right?
See you later. See you there.
Bye-bye.
Bring a
Bye-bye.
bag and take out whatever you need.
We got to wait till Rincon opens back up on 45 Lewis Street. 45 Lewis Street. Street, folks.
We come up on the sign pretty soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic from the outside.
That's right, they're moving.
Yes, Basilio Encarnacion is opening up a new spot from his
It's
downtown
gonna be
location.
fabulous.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's
And they're
gonna be
have outside
fabulous.
seating.
So yes.
Yep,
Are they
anyways.
gonna have outside?
Oh, yeah, in the
Friday
back there.
night, Saturday night, the place to go. Just
Look
saying.
out Cookout, Joe. It's going to be unbelievable. You heard it here first. So, I think we have all the pretty much the numbers in. So I think we're.
Yes.
I think we can call these races again. If you're just tuning in, oh, hey, we have a new candidate, another candidate here. Now an incumbent.
Who's this?
We have Brian
Brian
Castellanos in the
Castellanos.
studio.
Congratulations,
Bringing the
Brian.
heat.
Thank you so much. Where am I standing?
You stand right there. You look straight ahead.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Oh, picture perfect.
It's all set to run. yeah.
What would you
How
like
do
to
you
say to the voters tonight?
First of all, I just want to thank Lynn Community Television. Sorry. I want to thank LCTV for, being there throughout the campaign. You guys done a real good job. Shout out to David Riley and your team, everyone at LCTV. Always a pleasure to engage with you guys. I really want to dedicate a big thank you to my father, a man who, by the name of Jerry Castellanos. If it wasn't for him, he was the guy who taught me how to get up when I fell down. He brought me to this country when I was a little baby after the passing of my mother, Lidiana Vergara Castellanos. There's a picture right here, my mom. I carry this picture on big moments all the time.
Nice.
I also want to thank all my constituents and everybody out there who believed in me. I've paid my dues. I've worked extremely hard. I take a lot of pride in just going out every day and putting my best foot forward. I look forward to the next couple of years to put this district in a position to be successful. Student success is important to me, and being able to just provide that leadership and just being able to just continue on with my new colleagues and folks down in the city side. We have a lot of things to do. We got to address a lot of the issues. I'm really a leader of action. If I can really just and to really just point out, like, if I was to look back, if little Brian, like this little boy right here, when I came to this country when I was 3 years old, if he could imagine, if he could see how my life ended up, he would think it's impossible and it's crazy. I can't believe how my life turned out. I have a large support system again. I want to also point out the support that Danielle, my significant other, who's provided such unconditional support. And for all the people out there, I'm a voice of first generation low income kid.
Yeah.
I come from the bottom. And to be able to be an example and be that person, that voice for our most vulnerable students and families, I take a lot of, it takes a lot. And I'm so grateful to be in this position again. It's remarkable, it's beautiful. I put in the work every day. This is something for me that it's beyond me. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's for the people of this city. I love the city of Lynn. The city has done so much for my life and for the people in Lynn. I got you, and I look forward to putting in the work and effort to earn it. So,
Brian, the votes you received affirm that position and your commitment to the city. Congratulations.
well, thank you. Again, I'm just super grateful. It's just that I just really show up. I don't like to talk much. I like to just lead by action. Again, I'm a low-income, first-generation Latino. I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. I'm a licensed social worker. I do it for the kids.
Yeah.
I do it for the students. I do it for the families. You ask any of my constituents when they call me, I treat them like family.
Wonderful.
Like any other issue that comes in, whether it's an issue with overcrowding, special ed. We have a lot of need in the city, and we need to address our staffing issues that we got going on. We need to make sure that we're taking care of our staff and strategically making investments that are going to make our students and our staff successful. So,
Well, Brian, look, I have the official results have been sent out from City Hall, so you finished very strong in third place. The three incumbents were all very much grouped up at the top. So congratulations, looks like officially you have been re-elected to your third term.
Third term, so now he becomes a veteran school committee member.
Yeah, now you were part of the solution when you first got elected.
Now you're part of the problem.
Yeah. Yes. It's amazing
Leadership awaits you. You are expected to do more, Brian, and congratulations again.
thank you so much. And I'm not afraid of hard work, and I definitely take a lot of pride in that. And I guess again, I don't talk much. I just want to put that work in.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wonderful.
Brian, just to let you know, there is a candidates forum going on at 19 Merrill Ave. If you'd like to stop by there,
Bring whoever you want.
you can bring anyone you want. Just show up with something in hand.
Yes.
Maybe some Kennedy's fried chicken, which is what I'm hoping I get for dinner tonight, or something
All right.
else of that fact. So thank you so much, Brian. Congratulations
Brian,
again.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Good work.
Thank you.
Boy, they're going to kick us off the air in about 11 minutes. Is that true?
That's
We can do this all night
Great.
long.
Well, that's why I said to you.
Interesting. Let's talk about a very close
I know, but
race in
he's
Ward
not up
4.
there.
I know,
Ward
I'm
4
saying, we think it's-
looks like that was only decided by a few votes, but Rich
Welcome,
Galucci again holds on.
Brian.
And here we have
Brian,
another
you're going to
candidate.
stand right by that mic and look straight up
All right, we have-
at the camera.
Yep.
We have the red mask bandit with us tonight.
Yep.
The Brian Lapierre,
I'm not carrying that much
Good evening,
cash,
everyone.
re-elected. Congratulations. Brian, take it away.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Representative. Thank you, Maggie, and thank you, Joe. It's really great to be with you this evening. I'm really proud of the campaign that we ran. I obviously want to thank the residents of Lynn today and for sending me back to another term. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my family, of course, my mom, my dad, my sister, and all my extended relatives, and of course my wife, Kelly, and my two sons, Owen and Dylan. They were immensely helpful throughout the summer and as we started gearing up into the fall here, and the results showed tonight a really strong finish across the city, and it was really nice to see as the numbers were coming in. We were very competitive in all areas, and I really want to thank everyone who ran and put their name out there this cycle, because they ran hell of a campaigns from the leaderboard all the way down to number 7 in the at-large race. Ran really aggressive, informative, and really day-to-day campaigns. So we're very excited about Lynn's future. I'm excited to keep serving with my colleagues.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
And
Brian.
you probably win the prize for the best mask of the campaign.
Yes, I had to remind myself with the date on there, so I put this mask on all summer long and kept reminding folks, of course, that, they're gone after today, I guess, because they are dated. So they do have an expiration date on them, but I certainly don't. I'll be back.
You caught yourself there, Brian. You're almost a good soundbite for your next challenge.
Pretty good,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah,
hopefully we can get rid of these masks altogether. I know we're
hopefully.
indoors and you have to do that, but it's really nice to be with you folks, and I know you've got a lot of candidates to see, but I'm really honored and
very
really
impressive,
privileged
Brian,
to be.
again.
Thank you,
Continue to do a
Joe.
very good job, Brian.
Thank you,
should be
Counselor.
proud
Thank
of the
you,
work.
Representative.
Brian, you do
Thank
such
you,
a great
Maggie.
job. It's not surprising. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Where
Thank you,
you
Lynn.
where you heading to now?
19
I'm going to head
Merrill
to Mayor-elect Nicholson's time over at Trios. Is that the
Fantastic.
running, what people are trying to say? And then welcome aboard to Coco Allenson in Ward 3. So
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
thank you
so
all.
much. Have
Thank
a
you
good
very
one.
much.
Congratulations
Have a
again.
great evening, everyone.
We got 8 minutes, and then I'm heading to
Kennedy's Fried, what's it, Kennedy's?
Merrill.
You going to Merrill?
I might pop by Merrill. Everyone else
It's a
seems to be
one-way
going there.
street, you know.
All the kids are saying they're going there tonight.
It's a
so I might
one-way
go
street. You
there.
might have trouble finding
There's
the
so many
parking
one.
space.
Lynn's a one-way street. There's so many one-way streets around here. Oh,
Oh, Hognet.
hello. Soxy, bye.
Hi.
So nice to see you, my bread. All right, take it away, hon. The camera's
There he
yours.
is.
What would you like to say about tonight's victory?
Oh, first of all, thank you so much, Dan. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Magnolia, for having me here tonight.
Great
I'm
to see
excited. Excited, very excited. So, and I want to thank everyone who took the time come out to vote today. This is a very historical election. We have a new mayor, and so I'm very excited to work with our new mayor. And I want to thank my family, all my supporters, all my friends, whoever put all the time to help me to get re-elected. I'm so grateful, and I don't know what could I say. I'm just so excited. I'm very happy. I'm so honored to be able to continue serve our great city along with the new mayor and new school committee and old school committee. So everyone, so I got elected. I'm really look forward to work with them. Also, I want to congratulate all the candidates who got elected tonight, and also congratulate all the people who put their time running for offices. It's very difficult. It's not easy, but I'm so proud of what they do, and I urge them to continue to keep running because we are passionate about serving our city and don't give up. And I know if they can make this tonight, next time they will. So just keep continue to run, and I support them 100% all the effort. Again, thank you so much everyone for put the trust in me to allow me to continue to serve our city and work alongside you. Thank you.
You are
Thank you.
always so thoughtful. You love the city. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you're still a member of the City Council, and I am thankful to you and everything that you do on behalf of your constituency and the whole city. You're terrific.
Just think, Hong, this will be the
Thank
third
you.
mayor you've had to break in.
Thank you.
Hong, you've had a heck of a year. You've had a book be released. You've won re-election, and you've been on Lynn Community Television.
Yeah.
Which one is the best? Clearly, this is the moment you're always going to remember. But secondly, I mean, you've had a heck of a year. So
Be careful how you answer that, because Dan has a buzzer there that may shock you.
Well, you allow me to continue to serve our city. That's the best.
Oh, we're very happy to
you're-
have you here. He's the best. That's
He's
why
the best.
That's right.
That's why you win.
So
You're a great
we'll
person.
Yeah.
Do the best I can, and so I have the passion for it, and I love the city. It's my home, as you know that. I never live anywhere else as long as in Lynn. This is my home. I bought my first home here, raised my family here, got married here. Everything's here. This is my home.
So, Hong, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Coco was elected tonight, so now you have another Asian Island Pacificer elected to the City Council. What does that mean for you?
It's historical for Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's amazing. Lynn is so generous to Asians community as a whole, and thank you for welcoming us.
Well, you
And
broke that glass ceiling,
Yeah.
Hong. You should be very
Yes.
proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
That's,
looking forward to work with Coco, and so I hope he can sit next to me so I can.
Oh, good. You can,
Wonderful.
Don't you sit next to Rich Colucci?
That's right. That's right. So
You put,
You get seniority now,
I've
Hong.
replaced it with Coco too.
so I
can't
think
you pick your own
Coco
seat
knows,
by
knows
seniority?
where he wants to sit.
New rules. New council president. You
Terrific.
can do anything
Well,
you want.
thank you. Hope you get some rest. It's
No,
great
it
to
goes
see you.
by.
Thank you for stopping
Whatever's
by.
open.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you,
And
Hong.
I'm
Thank you,
glad to be
Hong.
here.
Forward to working with you the next 2 years.
Absolutely.
Good luck, Hong.
Representative. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, you have a good night. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Hong.
Good night,
All right,
everyone.
after that, I think we have two other candidates that are here today. I believe Eric
great.
Dugan's out in the bullpen. Eric Dugan's a first-time candidate, ran for a school committee, and is a Danvers public school teacher, and he has won this evening. And here he is. Eric, come on in.
Come on
That
in.
microphone's yours. If you stare straight ahead, don't look at us.
All right.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
I'll
Hello,
let you know
everybody.
when you're
Thank you,
on the-
everybody, for the support.
I'll let you know when you're on the tube. You're
I'm
on.
on there.
You're on. Go
I'm
ahead.
on.
Say what you want to say.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my family. Thank you to and all the supporters, everybody that got out to vote for me, and thank you. I'm just excited to get to work and do my thing on the school committee. So
Well, there's a long career ahead
Thank
of
you.
That's the shortest speech we've heard all night.
Yeah. Well.
Well, you know, Dan,
Yeah. So, yeah, things are going good. I'm really happy, and I guess I'm a little speechless. I'm a little floored. This is the first time I've done something like this, so, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm very happy. Very happy. So.
It's a lot
and,
of work.
The other candidates too. It was great to get to know all of them, and all the work we did together. And I think. Win, lose, or draw, we were in for good shape in the school committee. I think there were a lot of solid candidates, and
There were,
and I'd like
yeah.
to congratulate all of them on great campaigns too. So.
Great.
Well,
Joe, you have something for him?
Thank you.
Well, I was going to say, I was told years and years ago by an old school committee member, Jack Barry, that you don't have to give a long speech. You express yourself by how you vote.
Ooh, I like that. So, Eric, just real
Wise
quick.
words.
Yes.
In the primary, you were
Yeah,
seventh
yes.
place.
I
Thank you
was.
for that.
You were
Thank you
seventh
for
place.
that.
I was.
Tonight, it looks like you are going to finish fourth.
Okay.
No, actually, almost fourth. You were about 120 votes off Lenny
Yeah.
Pena, so fifth.
Yeah.
What was the secret?
I just got out there. I think the primary for me was just a good measuring bar of where I was at and what I needed to do, and I think I just got out there. My wife and I were we're much more visible. We went door to door a little bit more. We got our flyers out there. I did a lot of phone banking, and I think that probably is what did it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
showed.
totally
Yeah.
showed.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you're going to be very excited. Your whole family's going down to Coco's on Merrill?
No, I still have to get up and teach third grade tomorrow. So.
Oh, no, those kids are invited as well.
Bring the kids.
Yeah, all my third graders are invited. Guys and Davis, you guys are all invited to Coco's.
It'll still be going on tomorrow morning when the school buses are going by, so feel free. All right.
No, I'll wait till the weekend to
The
celebrate.
traffic
but thank you,
will
thank
still be
you.
clear.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We look
and yes,
forward
thank
to
you.
watching your work and advocating for the young people of our city.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you,
Good
and
luck.
thank you
Have
for
a
the
great
coverage.
night.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you. All right. Have a great night, everybody.
You too.
Right behind Eric, we have, I believe, our final candidate that is here tonight, Natasha Maggie-Medry. Natasha, come on down. I hope that are you going to shut us off right at 9:30?
No.
Okay, because I believe Lynn's Antique Garage Show is on next.
Well,
we don't want to miss that
come
one
on,
because
Natasha.
there's some treasures hidden.
No.
in
The
some folks'
microphone
yard
right
sales.
there.
Natasha,
Natasha,
your
the
microphone's
microphone.
right. Turn around.
Right here. No, right here.
Right there. Look straight ahead. We'll let you know when you're on TV.
Okay.
And you can let the voters know what you'd like to say.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come on really quick and tell everybody that took a chance and voted for me that I really, really appreciate all the support. I think that Lynn is ready for change, but I guess we're going to have to wait another 2 years. It's okay. I will be back. And, until then, we're just going to keep pushing, talk to our neighbors, and, have ward meetings and just get people more out to vote. And the turnout was better this year.
Yeah.
So I am proud of that. And I'm proud. I just want to say thank you to my family, especially. It's been a long couple months, and I really appreciate all of you. And everybody who held a sign for me and voted for me and donated to my campaign. I really appreciate all of you. And you have not seen the last of me because I am not done yet. And Ward 4 still needs me, so I will be around. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you.
Well, you worked hard,
You
Natasha.
work hard, Natasha.
Yeah.
You're committed. It will show. You'll see the results.
Thank you,
Thank
Natasha.
you.
So the time is now 9:30.
Mhm.
We don't have any mayoral candidates.
That's what I was.
Joe, would you like to fill in for the mayoral candidates? Could this be your victory speech? Joe, take it away. Here's
Yeah,
your.
no,
If
you
you were
wouldn't-
Jared Nicholson,
Yes.
which I see some resemblance.
Are we both wearing a tie?
Both have ties, and you both have hair.
I have. He has a lot more hair than I do.
What would you? Well, I don't know how much time we have left on the show, but we're going to keep on
We're
going.
splitting hairs, remember?
That is true.
Yes.
But it sounds like, how about a recap? Because I don't know how much time we have left. I believe.
Well, it would
Oh
depend.
wait, these little earpieces a little low there. All the war people are here. All right, tell them. Turn off the lights. Tell them we're all gone home. How many other out
Who's
there?
coming in?
Okay, we'll let them in. All right, folks, we have more entertainment tonight.
Who's
We're going to have a
coming?
couple of more ward counselors coming in. We don't know who's coming in next, so I think it should just be a surprise. So send in the next candidate. We don't like dead time. We're
You
waiting
can
for some
see
mayoral
the
candidates as well.
exhaustion on the candidates. You
Yeah.
can see how
Well, they worked
the
hard.
final. Well,
It's the hardest
wait,
work.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
The final day when this is over, it just hits them, I think. Otherwise, you're just day to day, door by door. And then that train hits you and you realize that it's the end.
I was just going to say, it's the hardest thing you
Yeah.
do in your life is to campaign
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah.
That is work.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Ward 2 candidate Elizabeth Figueroa. Elizabeth, how are you?
Elizabeth, welcome.
Very well.
There you go. Look straight ahead, and the camera will be on you any moment now. And you
Okay.
can, there you go. You can address your voters and your friends and family.
Okay, so we're online right now?
Yes,
Yes.
we're on
Okay.
TV.
Great. Thank you all for all the support. Like you all know, I'm Elizabeth Figueroa. This was my first time running, and I feel very pleased with what our outcome, even regardless we didn't make it. But you will see and you will hear about Elizabeth in the next 2 years. So this is not it, and you're gonna hear me continue around the community. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all of you guys, no sleeping, calls, and all your help. All my supporters, all my voters, and all my family members as well. I really appreciate all what you have done so far. Thank you so much.
Elizabeth, last time I saw you, I was moderating a forum, and you were very ill. But I was very impressed on how you kept persevering, you kept on message, and you pushed through. How are you feeling now? You feeling better?
Well, a little better, but not a lot, 100%, a little bit disappointed because, many other people missing their cast, the vote. But I feel much better in terms of my health. I was kind of sick when we talked.
She was sick that night, I remember.
But I think you impressed a lot of people with making sure that you showed up and you stayed for the entire forum, and you did a very nice job, and you did an exceptional job in this campaign.
I think so too.
Thank you so much for those words. And this is not going to be it, and you're going to continue hearing about Elizabeth. Like I say, for the next 2 years, or even, it doesn't have to be exactly 2 years, but you're going to continue hearing about me.
Well, fantastic.
That's good.
Wonderful.
There's a candidate exit interview at 18 Merrill Ave tonight, if you'd like to go
I thought it
pick
was
up
19, Merrill.
Well, apparently I've been saying 19, and the folks at 19 have texted me asking me to stop saying 19 because apparently it's 18.
Well, that's probably Jared's
Let's
house.
just go to the general vicinity. But you're more than welcome to join there, and I think you did a fantastic job, and we look forward to much more things from Elizabeth Figueroa as we go forward.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Your
Thank
phone
you.
dropped down. Listen,
I hear that.
It's a phone. It's okay. Is that an iPhone 11? You want to pick that one up?
We all set?
13? That's
Yes,
13
you're
now,
all
right?
set.
You're
Have
all
a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
See
you.
you
did a
again.
fantastic job.
Yes, let me just say hi.
Oh, well, here comes the dean. Very nice job, Elizabeth.
Well, thank you. Good luck.
Suerte, mi amor. Suerte.
She's the first candidate to thank us.
Yes.
Next we have a venerable candidate,
Who's that?
a historic candidate, the longest serving city councilor in the city of Lynn's history, going back to Mayor Foley in 1864.
No, it's not true, but
What year?
Mayor Frawley was in the 50s.
Oh, okay. No, he's too young.
The mic? No, the mic?
Councilor Colucci, right in front of the microphone. You look straight ahead. We're going to cue you when the camera's on you, and then you get to address your supporters and the residents of Lynn. You're live. You're on.
Welcome.
Hi, how are you? I'm Rich Colucci. I want to thank everybody who voted on Ward 4 tonight. Even if you didn't vote for me, I'm still your councilman. Call me if you have any problems. I'll get back to you and I'll take care of it. Thanks again. And I learned something in life. It's easy to hate. It's hard to forgive. Thanks for having me.
Well,
all the best.
Wow.
Rich, that's it. Oh wait, Rich, how
Wonderful.
many how many elections have you I won't say been in because we've lost one or two, but
I think I had a lot. I think 1990.
19. You've been in council since
I
1990.
served with Rich.
He did.
Yeah.
I served with Rich.
Yeah.
Magnolia served with Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mayor Foley has served with Rich.
We had a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've done a great job tonight. It shows in your election results, and congratulations, and we look forward to working with you for another 2 years.
Thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations.
He has
the
to be
best.
the longest serving councilor in this history.
He is.
He has to be.
He is.
And also a man of few words.
It's always good that right?
Yeah.
Bill Solomon said?
What did King Solomon say? Well, you got to say it in the microphone.
You got to say it in the mic.
This is all public access. It's all public record.
Nothing, no, yeah.
I'll see you guys.
King
Have a good
Solomon
night.
said-
Thank you.
Thank you for the quote. King Solomon apparently said, "Forget it then." Word.
Have a good night. Who's next?
Pearls of wisdom. All right, the door swings wide open. Who else we got?
Rosario?
We'll see you at Merrill, okay? You going to Coco's?
Yeah.
All right. It's nice that all the candidates are really popping by. It's really...
Yeah, even some that did not make it tonight. I think it's very nice. They want to thank their supporters, and I think that's the right thing to do.
It is. And going with that, we have Marvin Hibley coming in next, candidate for council at large. Marvin, how are you?
Marvin, how are you?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Oh, wait, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, you're
There
on.
you are.
You're on.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Am I looking at the camera?
Yes, you are. You're looking great, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who came out and supported the campaign. We've been fighting for so long. And the issues we've been fighting on, I started in 2015. I didn't even have a car. I was walking up and down Ward 5. Nobody knew who the hell I was. But we were fighting for affordable housing. We were fighting for the fact that there was a lack of transparency and all that. And it's amazing to see that those are the issues that won tonight, really. It's the issues of affordable housing, transparency, improving constituent services. So I'm not giving up. We wanted to do better, but we're going to keep fighting. I'm not going anywhere. And I think, also we got to have the conversation about the voter turnout in the city. There was a WBR article yesterday, I believe, that kind of predicted this, that we would have a low voter turnout. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And I would like us as a city to think about that. Why is there such low voter turnout in this city? And is it the responsibility of the candidates to do that, or is it the responsibility of the municipality to make it easier to vote, to make it part of our culture so that people are involved and feel like they have a stake in this? But aside from that, I want to thank my team. I want to thank everybody who came out and supported us. I personally believe that, in the debates, we did very well, and that we, again, year after year, we kind of shift the conversation away from just the general fixing potholes and answering phone calls to the bigger picture of like, we're a city of 100,000 plus people. What are we doing to engage everybody in the city? What are we doing to make sure that each and every single one of us are plugged in? So I'm not going anywhere. I'm really happy Jared won. I'll be speaking with him, and all the winners tonight, I'll be calling y'all to see if we can build this constituent service program, because we need to act a city our size, and I think it's one of the things that's holding us back. But aside from that, my team's been amazing. The people who came out to support us, I learned so much about, I learned even more about the city, and I'm very thankful about all the beautiful people that I met. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and you won't be seeing the last of me. I'll be here again for sure.
We are looking forward to that.
Yes.
We are looking forward to that. You worked really hard. It's amazing, and I just want to hold on to your words that you're committed to the city and you're still going to continue to advocate for it, and work with the current administration and the new administrations that are coming to ensure that some of the visions that you have for the city are realized. So you still have a leadership role, even though it may not be like you were planning it on, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're not, like I said, we're not going anywhere. And I think at the very least, we got people to think differently. We heard it a lot at the doors, people would say like, man, like this is the best conversation I've ever had. I've never had somebody come and break it down like this, and we're looking forward to continue to do that. So thank you all so much, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I am not going anywhere. I am going to continue to keep fighting and raising the issues that have been so important to us, and I look forward to working with all the incumbents, especially on this constituent service thing. We need to get staff for each and every single councilor, and if not, a constituent services office in Lynn. 65 different languages spoken in the city. You know what I'm saying? I think close to 11,000 Haitians. How many Dominicans? How many people who speak Khmer or Arabic? We got to plug these people in. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Get some rest, Bud.
Yeah, I know.
Get some rest.
We've been up all night. We're going to keep going.
Where you going next, Merrill? You going to Coco's?
Honestly, I'm going to go and see Nicole. Nicole did fantastic. First time candidate.
She did.
Oh, man. And shout out my man, Lynn Pena, Tiffany Magnolia, Eric Duggan. Every year after year, I feel really confident about the school committee.
Yeah.
And I feel even more confident about the school committee now. So I'm really excited about that.
This is your first time at large, Mom.
This is my first. Lynn is huge.
Yeah, it's big city, man.
Oh my God, Lynn is huge.
So you have nothing to, you've everything to be proud of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it, and thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that gave me the time of day and supported me and came out and held signs and showed me love and gave me the energy to keep going. So thank you. And shout out to all the candidates. I was looking at Ward 4. Natasha, she's so amazing. She did so well. I hope she doesn't give up. Elizabeth, this was her first time. The candidates of color, I think, this movement, it's growing. And it's taking a little bit longer than we'd like, but we're not giving up. And I hope none of us continue to give up. We're going to keep on fighting.
Yes, takes time, takes
It takes time. Thank you all. For real. Peace.
Peace.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you so much, folks. I think that's it. I don't anticipate any more candidates coming. I believe everyone is pretty much in full swing down on Merrill Ave.
Yeah.
I think we should just go there right now.
Yeah.
I agree.
And congratulate everybody and just
Congratulate the city.
Yes,
Congratulate
What a great
the
election,
city.
huh?
A
The residents
wonderful
should be
election.
very proud of
indeed.
themselves. I'm honored to have been able to do this twice with Magnolia. And Joe, you've been... Oh, I get to keep that. You can't take your own pamphlet. Oh, you don't think I made copies of that pamphlet?
I'm taking it
going
back.
out in the mail tomorrow.
I need that.
Well, I want to say, again, thank you to everybody at Lynn Community Television. I want to thank my two hosts. I'm going to turn it over to them for them to say some final words as well.
You go first.
Ladies always get to have the last word, especially Magnolia.
No, you know,
No, you said to me I was going to go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. I mean,
Yeah,
you're not going to
you
get the
wrap
send
it up because all I'm going to say, it's been a pleasure to work with both of you this evening, and it's another historic night for the city of Lynn. There's a lot of change. You can see change coming. You can see change coming in this city. And, you know, as I say, we should be make it easier for people to vote, and we should always embrace change.
Well, thank you, Joe. And before we turn it over to Magnolia, I believe we have another candidate who just popped in, Sandra Lopez. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Come on up to the microphone. We're very glad you came. We thought we were all out of candidates. And we have about 15 minutes to kill, so this is going to be fantastic. If you want to look straight ahead, I'm going to let you know when you're on TV, and then you can say what you'd like to say to the voters and the residents, and you're on live.
Okay. I want to thank everybody who showed up and voted for me and supported me in this race. And then I just want to encourage everybody to come out and show up and vote and give you the support, because everybody wanted diversity, wanted change. But if you doesn't show up at the day that we made that big effort to be there, to go do all this campaign all over the year, and then at the end you didn't show up, we didn't make it. So I hope in the next time I continue race, and I hope that I could have the support from you, and I'm gonna continue working so hard. It's pretty sad that no matter how hard did you work at the community and the support that you give it to the community, at the end sometimes they don't look on that, and then it feels like a sad, because the more hard that you work, at the end, like nobody taking care about that. I hope that you guys are there thinking about it, and then the next voting time, show up and support all leaders that are there to supporting all the communities out there and fight for that. What we believe that is right for everybody. Thank you so much, and thank you to all those people come out and vote for me and supporting me. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Have a good one. You did great.
Sandra did a fantastic job, and we look forward to great things from you. As we know, this will not be the last time I think you'll be running for office. You did a very nice job. You should be very proud of yourself.
This is your first time running, right?
No, I believe it's the second time.
This is the second
Second
time that
time?
I'm running.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second time, and it was very fantastic, because I learning a lot of stuff from working with all these people. But I feel so proud of myself, because I run in my campaign alone. I do everything alone, and then when you want something, you need to fight for it, and you need to work for that to the end. It doesn't matter that you don't get it at that moment, or in this moment, I'm sorry. But at the end, you learning, and you find out and do connection with a lot of people. But you be learning how to do things for the better, and how to be working for the next rate.
Yes. So you're taking all of those lessons and bringing them together, and saying that you will still be around, and that you will be that you'll continue to be involved in our community, which is really the important thing, because the community has shared with you important information and messages, and I'm proud that you commit to continuing to be involved. So thank you for that.
Thank you to you to have this time for us, and I see you guys in the next rate.
Great.
That's right.
Have a good one.
Fantastic.
Have a good night.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Sandra.
Thank you.
I don't know if we have anyone else out there. Sandra, if you find any candidates out there, just throw them on in here. Or on the street, just tell them to come on in.
I was the last one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, I
Great.
guess that
Thank
means
you.
we're going to get the big old hook
That's right.
dragged out of here. We're going to wrap it up. So I had said we have numbers.
Magnolias.
We're going to do some.
Right.
We want to recap. We're going to recap the final numbers here,
Yes.
folks, one last time, and then we'll have Magnolia give our parting wisdom in words. But we have Jared Nicholson has won. He's the new
That's
mayor
yours.
of the city of Lynn,
I don't
mayor-elect,
think so.
taking office in January. We have, Magnolia, would you like to call the at-large race?
Happy to. Budsy Barton, Brian LaPierre, Brian Field, and Hong Nat is our councilors at large.
And Joe, you can take the school committee next. Oh,
No, Rick Starbard, no.
well, you get a
councilors.
twofer.
Okay, Ward 2, it's Rick Starbard. Ward 3, Coco. Ward 4, Rich Colucci. And for school committee, it's, well, the predictable, or you predicted, Donna Capola,
I am undefeated in predictions.
Brian Castellanos, Lorraine Gately, Eric Dugan, Lenny Pena, and Tiffany Magnolia.
Wow, and there you have it, folks.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And with that, Magnolia, would you like to carry us away? Take us away? Take us away.
Just want to thank all the candidates, those who won, those who did not, for caring about our city and putting their best foot forward. Congratulations to our community. We have a new mayor. We have another new beginning in the city of Lynn, and I hope that we continue to work together and help all of these officials move us to the next level and make our city greater than what it is.
And if we can have camera 3 real quick, I will show you how I can make it look like Joe is in the palm of my hand. Whoa.
You better, the pandemic on, so check that hand.
Okay, with that, folks, we had enough fun tonight. Thank you very much to our guests and our folks at Lynn Community Television. Let's do this again. What do you think? 2 years?
Remember, I'm on the board here, so whether you're invited back or not is...
So don't do the election that I'm in next year. Let's do 2 years from now.
No, I'll be doing the cover for that one.
Good night. Thank you for sticking with us.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the voters
Thank
of
you.
Lynn as well.
Magnolia and I are going to do it next year.